Hey, happy Wednesday, guys. Happy hump day. How's everybody doing? It's officially past noon my time, so that means we are sliding on down towards the Friday and the weekend. But guys, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope you can take a few minutes and hop on here with me. This is going to have to be pretty quick. I have to get on out to an appointment here. But anyway, I wanted to show you what I'm doing. It's a twist on a recipe that is already in my group. And I'd love to have you guys listen in and listen to what I'm doing to change it up. But if you're on here with me live, you can interact with me. Tell me hello. If you see red live up there in the corner, that means you're on here with me live. You might have to tap my face, make me go full screen if you're watching this so you can see where it says live or was live. But if you're on here with me live, type live in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you're catching me later on, it'll say was live up in the corner. And that's great. You're catching the Facebook replay. Listen in and see what I got going on. But type replay in the comments. Let me know where you're tuning in from too. My name's Jan. I live in southeast Nebraska. I love sharing our low carb, kind of keto type lifestyle with other people. And I started a group called Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. You do not have to be diabetic to be in there. But I started it because of my husband's diabetes and the things that we were doing that were helping us. We had struggled for quite some time. And when I finally found, number one, a great duo of supplements that we used every day, that helped us with cravings and nasty things like that. Then it made it easier. It was a tool to help make it easier to switching to this lifestyle. So, but I started that group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave, because I wanted other people to see what we were doing. I knew when I was looking for information, trying to get to where we are now, that I struggled to find the information. So I decided I really, really need to get the information out there for more people if they want it. Okay, awesome. Linda, that's great. So like I was saying, guys, I have this recipe already in there, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. If you're not in the group and you want to be in the group, drop group in the comments. I'm going to leave you a link to tap that link and it'll take you there to join. You can always go to the Facebook search bar, type in Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave, and it's a yellow blue banner. You can request to join. I'll get you added in there. Okay. So what have I got going on? Have y'all heard of Mississippi pot roast? We love it. It's a great thing. I'm currently out of beef roast though. I have a beef butchered every year and I'm out of them. So I was hungry for it and I decided, you know what? I think I can change that up and use it with chicken. So I'm doing a Mississippi pot roast with chicken breasts, okay? So I'm gonna tell you, just kind of walk through this. Now this recipe is in my group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. If you need me to type up the one that I'm using for the chicken, I can definitely do that. But basically what I'm doing is I'm switching out the beef stuff to chicken stuff. So I've got, you know, when we buy chicken, guys, I buy the big family packs. I pick out what we need. Depending on what day of the week it is, I put some in the freezer and I use the others while they're fresh, okay? I always buy the family packs. Number one, they're cheaper. And number two, then I've got some in the freezer, so maybe the next time I want something, it's already there. So I've got those in there. I did spray it, guys. This is a spray bottle I use with avocado oil in it. I use this in cooking, all that kind of stuff. These are great. I love them. You don't get the aerosol. The aerosol cans, guys, have a propellant in there, so you might be spraying butane or something like that on your food. I decided I didn't want that anymore. This is just a quick little squirt like so, and you have avocado oil, basically just like a spray can, okay? Had to buy a new one. My other one, squirter, wore out. And so this time I did make sure I've got glass and I've got the green coloring, because if you look at all the avocado oils and most of the olive oils, the stuff that's really good is in dark glass, because that helps preserve it, okay? Just my little tip for the day. Okay, so I've got my chicken breasts in there. I am going to take a small bowl and I'm gonna add in dry ranch seasoning mix. Guys, I do make my own here at home. Yes, I do. Because of the things that are in ranch seasoning, and you know what? I need 3 tablespoons, and this is gonna be close enough. I mix it up here at home. This recipe for dry ranch seasoning mix is also in my group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave. Guys, if you're popping on here with me live just now, type live in the comments. Let me know you're there and where you're tuning in from if you want to. Ranch, it's in there. Ranch seasoning. 3 tablespoons is just like a packet, but I don't get all the... Maltodextrin is one of the big things that I try to avoid because maltodextrin is worse for blood sugars than sugar. So if you're reading the ingredients, which you should be reading ingredients of things that you buy at the store, avoid maltodextrin, okay? Now, this recipe calls for beef bouillon. Hi, Stephanie. Hey, Christine. I'm going to use chicken, okay? I want chicken. So I'm going to mix in the bowl a couple tablespoons of chicken bouillon. This is actually soup base. Dave likes the flavor of soup base better than bouillon. I don't honestly know what the difference is. There is some sugar in this stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. I need to probably do a whole deep dive into this type of stuff and see what else there is in there and go through that. But I'm hoping that because it's such a small amount and I'm not really going to drink this, that it'll be okay. Okay, so I've got this. I've got a cup of water, and I'm going to add half a cup of chicken broth, okay, into my water. And I shouldn't have dirtied another bowl. That was kind of silly of me. I'm that person, guys. I don't like to do dishes. So the less amount of things that I can dirty up. Hi, Marianne. Happy Wednesday. The less amount of things I can dirty up, the better off I feel. So I'm going to take these 2 things that I put in here, and I'm actually just going to stir them in. I've got that cup of water with the beef, or the, not beef, chicken or the chicken broth in there. And I'm going to stir this stuff in. I've got a clump in my ranch seasoning here. I want to get broke up first. Okay, guys, like I was saying, that ranch seasoning dressing or ranch seasoning recipe is in my group. All that stuff is in there. So I'm just going to give this a quick little stir. I don't know if I can pick it up. Just mixing it all together. The ranch seasoning, the chicken bouillon, chicken broth, and water. That's it. Okay? And it's going over the top of the chicken breasts. That's all I'm doing. Just dumping it over the top. Okay? And it takes a while for all that to dissolve, and I'm okay with that. It's gonna mix around in there. And yeah, I let that settle a little bit. You know what? I'm gonna add, no, I know what I'm gonna do. I let it settle. I should have stirred that a little better. So, and then the last thing I'm gonna do, guys, is this. Well, it's not the last thing ever. Whole pepperoncini peppers, okay? I'm gonna see. Hey, Jackie, I'm doing good. How are you doing, girl? Long time no see. Hey, Nancy, how are you? Okay, so, well, this is different. This has a little drainer on top. Never seen one with that in there. So I'm just gonna take about half of these out, guys, and I'm gonna toss them in here on this. Now, the thing that the peppers do, and I'm gonna add some of the juice out of this too. The thing that it does is it helps break down the meat. That's probably about half. One more for good measure. Okay, and I'm gonna use that little thing right there again. And watch this. Take about half of the juice, and I'm gonna dump that. I'm actually gonna dump it in here so I can mix that up. Okay, a little bit more. And I'm gonna mix this in there because I didn't do a very good job. Hi, Julie, how are you? Cheryl, how are you? And I'm gonna dump that in there, okay? That juice and those peppers help break the meat down, make it more tender. Really amazing. Now, I've got 1 stick of butter. Yes, it has. Oh, I hear you working a lot. Whew. My days are about to change because I do daycare for a living, and school starts soon. So everything changes when school starts here. I'm just going to take this, guys. I am going to cut this into little pieces like this, and I'm going to place it in on top of that chicken. I don't know if you can see me or not. I've got the peppers in there. This is a balancing act that maybe I don't want to try. It's been a crazy day here today. I'm not going to lie. It's like everything that can go wrong will. But the thing I try to do, guys, is keep this on top of the meat, okay? That butter's going to soak into the meat, cook into the meat, and be amazing. Now, I'm going to cook this on low for 6-ish hours, okay? So, and it might be done a little bit before that. These were pretty small chicken breasts. Now, with a roast, that's different. You're cooking a big chunk of meat. So I'm thinking these are going to be done, because they're so much smaller, in about 5 hours on low, okay? That's what I'm thinking, because they were small and then I flattened them out a little bit. So that's what I like to do. I don't like those big honking chicken breasts. So that's what I do with them, okay? So guys, I'm going to put this in. We'll cook it up. We're going to eat it for dinner. I will try to post a picture in here later of it done. I've been trying to do that. People have asked me to show you the finished product, so I have been trying to do that. But if you need this recipe away from this one, drop me a message. Please type that recipe up for the chicken, not the beef, and I will do that. If you don't know how to message me, tap my name, okay? And it should give you an option to message me. Send me a private message, okay? Now, if you need to be in the group, Diabetic Eats with Jan and Dave, drop group in the comments. I'll leave you a link. You can tap that link, request to join, or you can search for it on Facebook. And you heard me talking earlier about the great duos that we use every single day. You know, they've changed our lives, guys. I'm just going to put it out there. Between the two of us, we're down 150 pounds. The mental focus that we both get, the energy that we get is beyond belief. And they helped us with our cravings so much when we shifted over to our low carb lifestyle that we don't even miss a lot of those things anymore, okay? We all have cravings still, guys. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to completely take them away, but it's not like you feel like you have to have it every hour of every single stinking day. So if you need information about the duos, drop duos in the comments. I'll get back to you about that. I'm going to get this on, and then I've got to get to an appointment. So enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I hope it's fantastic. Hi, Crystal. And if you have any questions at all, drop the questions in the comments. I will get back to you with an answer to that. And I think that's all I have for today, guys. I hope you'll join us in the group, okay? And enjoy your day. I hope it's fantastic, and we'll chat with y'all later. Thanks for tuning in. Smile and pass that smile on. Bye-bye.